Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that everything is okay. Let me just make sure. Looks like we're live. So thank you so much for coming out and hearing about the Shreem Brzee Powertimes. Like I said last week, we're going to be doing this each week. So, and we absolutely adore your presence because it's our communal presence that helps bring more energy to everything that we do. So I will get right into it. So today we are going to go through the Shreem Brzee Powertimes of the week. We'll do a short meditation and then I'll take some Q&A. I'll take some questions from the chat. So I'll share my PowerPoint. Zoom is always fun to work with. Here we go. All right, so now you see the PowerPoint, Wealth Powertimes for this coming week. Now, I do these sessions in US time zones, so Pacific, Eastern time zones. So if you're in other places in the world, you do need to adjust. So this week, last week we had the amazing grace of the Deepam full moon. And that allowed us to really be at this pinnacle of this energy, all of this full moon power. And I hope that you took the advice that we gave last week and really maximized that because it's incredible. It's just one of the most powerful full moons of the whole year. And now we're coming off of the full moon and moving towards a new moon. And that's called the waning phase of the moon. And that allows us to release and let go and become a little bit more quiet. And people are always asking like, well, I want the full moon, I want the fullness, I want the abundance, right? Like we want that innately. But it is with this ebb and flow that makes manifestation possible. Because when we're in this manifestation mode of building and creating and manifesting abundance and the desires in our life, that is one aspect. The other aspect is to go within, to go quieter in the mind. And that's what this phase of the moon gives us. And this is a 14, 15-day period. So Dr. Pillai says that the moon is correlated with our mind, right? So when we're going towards the new moon, we're hopefully quieting the mind, or it gives the opportunity to quiet the mind. And what happens when we quiet the mind? We receive messages. We receive messages not from our own mind chatter, but from the divine. So this is a perfect week to kind of fold inward, allow the silence to take over a bit, and just be still. So as it says on the slide, it's a great opportunity to let go and release, and then also just be present and be still. Continue to chant your Shreem Brzees. No one's saying not to do that. Continue to do that because Shreem Brzee gives us both the inner stillness and beauty and power and the outer manifestation and abundance. So you'll be continuously chanting Shreem Brzee. Next is the fourth moon. The reason why we're including this, because we don't always include other archetypes with our Shreem Brzee teachings, is because Dr. Pillai says Ganesha and Lakshmi are always together. So if you have Shreem Brzee and Lakshmi in your life, you also have Ganesha in your life. And it may be that you don't acknowledge or worship, and that's okay. But if you do, and if you're interested in learning a bit more, the fourth moons are a perfect time to connect with this elephant-headed god who removes obstacles. And a simple technique that you can use is just chant his mantra Gum, G-U-M, Gum. And you can also roll a coconut and break a coconut. We had taught that technique on on 13th moons, but on fourth moons, you can simply just take a coconut and break it in honor of Ganesha. What does that do? It symbolically breaks the obstacles that are in your way for achieving what it is you want, whether you want spiritual enlightenment, whether you want a new home, right? There's typically always some blocks or obstacles in our way, but that coconut can be the symbol of the obstacle, and then you smash it and throw it in the garbage. Next, we have Thanksgiving Day in the US, and that is a time, I feel like it's a time where we can simply let go of whatever politics are around holidays, or societal norms of getting together and eating something, right? And just be still and be grateful. Like I said, we're in this phase of the moon that allows us to go into more stillness. Gratitude is what fuels our ability to create more of what we want, right? It's being thankful for what we have. And in those moments, that's where we can also become prayerful and more loving. Shreem Brzee Day. So Fridays, every Friday is an opportunity to connect with Shreem Brzee. Why? Because every day of the week is associated with a planet. Friday is associated with Venus. Venus is overlord, as they call it in Vedic astrology, is Lakshmi, and Shreem Brzee is Lakshmi. So you have an opportunity every Friday. If it's just the first thing in the morning when you wake up, because that's also probably when Venus Hora is, sunrise is when the first, so you have the whole day is full of Venus energy, right? And then you have a couple sections inside of that day, which are called Venus Horas or hours. And it's a little more complicated because you have to figure out, you have to get the app. You can get the astrology Astroved Assistant app or Astroved Hora Watch. But simply, if you at the sunrise is when the first Venus Hora is. It also will happen in the evening. So perfect time to connect with Shreem Brzee. So we have Shreem Brzee free events every week on Fridays at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is the Shreem Brzee chanting call, and it happens right here on the Shreem Brzee YouTube channel. And we've had just, people love it. So please come if you are able to, or you can watch the replay. Every week there's actually a little bit of new information that the team puts together, which is really wonderful. And then I do these Power Times updates on Sundays. So we are going to be including some full moon free events coming up soon. So we'll announce that shortly, but the first one will be in December next month. And then we'll have another one in January. So are there any questions so far? You can post them because I know there's a little delay. So speaking of full moons and Fridays, every Friday and every full moon, we host the ceremonies or rituals, which help us to connect more deeply with Shreem Brzee. Why? Like, what are these rituals about? A ritual is a way to accelerate what it is you're doing. So whether you're focusing, in this case, we're focusing on Shreem Brzee. In this case, we're focusing on the abundance inwardly and outwardly in our lives. And in amazing Vedic culture, they have established ways in which we can do that more quickly. Fast tracks, Dr. Pillai calls them. And the fire ritual is one of the most poignant and quickest ways to tune in to the divine energy. And then when you combine that with a power time, which is the full moon, the most abundant and powerful time of the month to connect with Shreem Brzee, now you have all of these components coming together, and then put all of us, a community, multiplying our prayers and meditations and chanting and presence. And all of that is the perfect storm for having a more profound experience. So full moons, every month, we do these amazing fire labs with Priest Premraj. He guides us through and the ceremony, the fire ritual, and it's just amazing. And then every Friday, he also guides us through a puja or a light and sound ceremony where we make offerings to the goddess, opportunity for you to pray and just connect with your community. And those are paid events. We keep it as low price as possible. I believe the link should be under this video, and you can check that out and join us. It is ongoing, so every month we do these, and if you just sign up once, it's recurring, and you can cancel at any time. So those are our monthly Shreem Brzee events. It's a little preview into kind of next year. We are planning some more ways to connect with Shreem Brzee and join in community. So we do have that in the hopper, as you would say. All right. So any questions? Not yet. All right. Looks like all is good. So let's do a little meditation, shall we? All right. So Dr. Pillai has been talking a lot about prayer recently. Prayer is power. And having us be prayerful all the time. So this week, I'm inviting all of us, including myself, to be conscious of prayer and to be prayerful as much as possible. We do in the US have a holiday coming up, so sometimes that gets distracting. And like I said, these holidays are such opportunities for us to connect and actually go deeper. So let's do a little prayer meditation. Take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to be present. Place your attention at the very bottom of your spine. There's a chakra there where all the energy rises up. Feel the sound Shreem Brzee at the root chakra. Now allow that energy to move up to the navel chakra, right below the belly button. Feel the sound Shreem Brzee in the navel center. Now move your attention up to the heart center, in the center of the chest. Feel the expansive energy of love and beauty of Shreem Brzee. Now move your attention into the throat chakra. Feel the throat chakra and the sound of Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee wipes away karma in the throat. Now move your attention up to the third eye, between the two eyebrows on the forehead. Feel the sound Shreem Brzee. Now move your attention up to the very top of your head. Feel the sound Shreem Brzee. Now we will move the energy from the base of the spine all the way up through the chakras that we just focused on, through the top of the head. This column of light is called the Sushumna. It starts at the base of your spine, goes all the way up through the very top of the head. So focusing on the base, feeling and chanting Shreem Brzee, allowing the energy to move from the base of the spine to the navel center, to the heart center, to the throat, to the third eye, through the top of the head. Back down to the navel, back down to the root chakra. Through the navel, to the heart, to the throat, to the third eye, through the top of the head, the crown chakra. And one last time, the root chakra, Shreem Brzee, the navel chakra, Shreem Brzee, the heart center, Shreem Brzee, the throat, Shreem Brzee, to the third eye, Shreem Brzee, and through the top of the head. Now feel the light moving through the Sushumna, from the base of the spine all the way through the top of the head. Shreem Brzee, feel the movement from the base of the spine all the way through the top of the head. Shreem Brzee, from the base of the spine all the way through the top of the head. Shreem Brzee, from the base of the spine all the way through the top of the head. Shreem Brzee, from the base of the spine all the way up. Shreem Brzee, and now do it on your own. As I chant, feel the energy move from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head. Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Now the entire Sushumna should be feeling energized, light, and the power of Shreem Brzee. Now call upon the goddess. You're in a more still state now. The mind should be more still without so many thoughts. That's the purpose of the Sushumna. When you place your attention into the Sushumna, the mind closes down. And as the mind closes down, we can be in a place of purity, stillness, and prayer. So we call upon the goddess and ask her to just be in our life and bless us with her abundance. We proclaim our love. Shreem Brzee, please be with us night and day. Pour your glory into our body. Pour your light into our flesh. Energize this mind, body, this soul with your purity, your love, your light, and your abundance. Remove our karmas so we may be present and pure, that we may be of service and giving and generous. Remove all greed. Remove jealousy. Remove our impurities. Allow us to be a vessel of your love and your light. Allow us to be a vessel of your love and your light. Allow us to be a vessel of your love and your light. Bless us, bless us, bless us. Allow us to move through this life, embodying and holding your light and your love and your generosity. We promise to give back all that you've given to us in ways around the world, being a vessel for your love and your light and your abundance. With purity, we receive your grace and your abundance, and with purity, we give. We don't simply want to receive, we want to be able to give. And through your guidance and your blessings and your grace, we will give what we receive. And we will be a vessel of your love and your light and your abundance. We give thanks and praise to all the divine beings, including Shreem Brzee, that allow us to be the vessel of love and light and abundance. And slowly come back to yourself whenever you're ready. In order to receive, you must be willing to give. And with a pure heart, not because it's a if then that. So remember, as we are moving into this week of Thanksgiving, this week of gratitude, this week of giving, let us be pure and still in our heart and receive blessings and give them. Give them with being grateful to people around you. Give them with giving generous smiles and acknowledgement. Being grateful for all that we have. All of our blessings. So I'll take any questions now if there are any. Any coming through. Brzee, money, prosperity to everyone. Yes, Claire. That's what it's about. So we can hold on and focus our gratitude and giving of thanks, giving, right? Giving of ourselves, then we are in a much better place. All right. If there's any questions, I guess you guys got all quiet with the meditation. Let me double check. Nope. Don't see anywhere. Well, then we'll go ahead and wrap up. I think you're all still meditating. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spreading the word of Shreem Brzee. That is something you can all go do. Share the channels, share posts, hashtag Shreem Brzee on anything that you post anywhere. So we definitely want to have everyone be able to have access to this divine mantra, these teachings, and give abundance to all. So I will see you next Sunday. Wishing you all a Shreem Brzee blessed week. And we'll talk to you soon. Namaste.